Hi everybody. I decided to do some readings for the Supermoon tomorrow night for all the elements of the signs. The Supermoon is, the biggest moon of the year. It's pretty close to, well, it appears real close to Earth. I actually saw the moon in the sky last night at about 5 o'clock when it was still light out, and it was pretty prominent in the sky. And this supermoon is in the sign of Virgo. I've had some Virgos in my life, and what I've found from the Virgos is that, they're very analytical folks. They kind of stay in their head quite a bit. They're not real emotional folks. They are perfectionist, which can cause them to quite frequently be very critical of themselves and others in their life. And they really like things organized and in order. They don't like it when things get out of order. An out of order Virgo is not a good thing. It's definitely not. So we're going to use a full moon spread here to look at some of the things that come along with the full moon. We'll be looking at what you need to release and let go of, what you need to retain, things that you should be receiving, how your environment is affecting you, what you should be giving, beginning, and the lesson that you should be learning during this full moon and supermoon period in Virgo. So the first element that I'm going to do is the earth signs. So that will be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And I've already started to lay out some cards. The first position is what you should be releasing. The second card that I put down is what you should be keeping, holding on to. And the next card is what you should be receiving. Next one is your surroundings and how it's affecting your life. And I'm using the Queen of the Moon Oracle, what you should be giving. What is going to be beginning? Something new that may be coming in during this full moon period for you, earth signs. Wow, that's a good one. I like that one. And what is your lesson during this full moon period for the earth signs? What is the lesson for earth signs during this full moon period? Surrender. Alrighty, let's take a look-see at what we got here. Need to move some of these over. Okie dokie, I think we can see all the cards now. Okay, so in the first position, which is what you need to release and let go of, earth signs, during this full moon, is, you need to release resistance. What I'm hearing here, and I will look in the book for these two as well, but I'm first going to give you my messages and what's coming through for me when I see this card, and then I'll, look in the book and see what it says in there. But you need to stop resisting change. That's the big thing that I'm hearing. Change is coming for earth signs whether they want it or not. And being resistive to it isn't going to stop it from coming. It's kind of like, you know, those tower moments. They're coming whether you want them or not. You can resist them all you want, but they are coming. And usually when those moments come, something better comes in. You might not see that at the time, but in the final outcome, something better comes in. So to me, you know, this resistance card in what you need to release, um, you know, earth signs, you definitely, a lot of us don't like change, us earth signs. And I'm really feeling that you just really need to stop trying to buck change in your life. You know, get rid of that stuff that doesn't need to be there. But let the new in, you know, it's time to, you know, be okay with that and stop making excuses for things. That's what I'm kind of hearing. Basically what the book says is that, the quote that goes through this is, I flow through resistance and I am in control. Okay? Honestly, that's the part that you need to release, is the control thing. Allow the universe to steer you where you need to go. Don't try to control every aspect of your life. When we release the reins, the best things come out of it. And I will read you a little bit what that comes with the resistance card. Familiarize yourself with how resistance manifests for you, the overt and the covert. If you continue to have doors slammed in your face, turn around. There will normally be an open door. Procrastination is just another kind of fear. Move forward with constant confidence and persistence. And that's exactly what I said. You need to stop resisting change and you need to move forward into the new. Okay, so that's the thing that you need to release, earth signs. What you need to hold close and retain is extremes. This is the hot moon. This is looking like a pretty hot card here, isn't it? Why would you need to? I need to get a clarifier for this. Let me just pull a soul truth card on this, because you need to retrain extremes. Let me just see what the soul truths have to say. What is the extremes card here in the position of retaining? During this full moon for earth signs. Extremes. Oh, we got a couple that came flying. I don't know where the other one went. Acceptance. And the other one went over here somewhere. Oh well. Okay, so this one I think more goes with the resistance, that you need to be willing to accept change. Let me take a look in the moon for in the book for the extremes card. I handle extremes with grace, yet I seek balance in all things. Okay, so that's the thing that you need to hang on to. You need to hang on to I wish I could find another card that went flying. You need to hang on to the balance that is currently in your life. And keeping yourself grounded, I'm hearing. I just needed a little jump start on this. You're at your best when you're balanced and grounded, earth signs. And I'm going to put this card up here because I think that's where that belongs. You're at your best when you're balanced and grounded. So you really need to hang on to that and keep doing whatever you're doing that keeps you in that place of grounded and balanced. And what the book says is, it says, learn how to handle crisis with calm and resilience. Seeking balance is superior to seeking extremes. There are better ways to handle conflict than rage and outrage. There may be someone who seeks to disrupt your business or life in some way. This too shall pass. But for me, the message is what you need to hang on to is you know, keeping the balance, keeping yourself grounded and just kind of on that even, you know, line. I mean, we all, you know, with our emotions can go up and down, and that's fine, but we need to be able to pull ourselves back into that balanced place, okay? In the position of receiving, discernment is here. Now, when I look at this card, I'm not going to look in the book yet. When I look at this card, the discernment card, if you see her head is up in the clouds, she's got the, you know, the light in her heart. I want to say she's got the world in her hands is what I see with this card, and that's what I'm hearing. So there's definitely opportunities coming in for earth signs that are going to be pretty huge during this full moon cycle, because to me this is her holding the world in her hands. Her head up in the clouds to me is telling me, you know, it's been a long time dream for the earth signs. And like, you almost don't believe that it's occurring for you, is what I'm hearing. In the book, it says, I take my time to be accurate and precise in my discernment. Take care in your choices now. Look carefully and judge wisely. There may have been something difficult to see, something that has been obscured, but now it has been revealed to you. Examine it closely. So the card, you know, the definition in the book is quite different than what I said. But I do feel like something big is coming in for you guys. If it's not during this full moon cycle, it is during this year. And I think, you know, the discernment card fits well with it. You know, you need to make sure, you know, that you look carefully at that any opportunities that come in. And make sure you see everything about it. You know, that's her head up in the clouds, not really seeing everything. But that's what you're going to be receiving during this full moon period. What's going to be surrounding you, what's in your environment around you in your life is going to be accessing. So when we look at this card, the man is up on top of a balloon, looking out a, you know, little telescope thing there. He's analyzing, he's observing. What I'm hearing with this is to be the observer of be the observer of your life for a little while during this period. That's what I'm kind of hearing. Be the observer so that you can see everything for what it is, for its reality. And the book says, I am enjoying moving and choosing, moving and choosing. It is time to assess your current position. You must make sure your blind spots are revealed and that you are honest with others and yourself. Sometimes the hard decision is the best decision. You should be able to assess and move quickly based on the assessment. But, you know, making an assessment, like I said, when you are assessing something, you're being the observer. You're looking at it and seeing how it's going to work. Okay, so that's kind of what's around you, and around your life and affecting your life right now, is that you're kind of in observation mode, and trying to figure out where you want to go and what you want to move towards, earth signs. So in the next position is giving, and this is what you should be giving others. And you got fruition. She's got a lot of abundance on top of her head there. That lady in that picture, she does. That moon goddess, whatever she is. Fruition. Something comes to fruition. You know, when something comes to fruition, it's harvesting, okay? And the quote, the intention that goes with the fruition card is, I welcome the joyous fruition of all the intentions I set, okay? And, you know, maybe you're setting some intentions that are going to help others. So that, you know, this is about what you'll be giving. And as the seasons turn, there is always a time when all the potential of the spring beginning is manifesting. The crops grow tall and are ready to harvest, and they have done this from a fallow field into which we have planted seeds. The trees have flowered, and now there is fruit to pick. It is time for the harvest. When we are able to bring something to fruition, whether it be a planting, a project, or a change in ourselves, it is the perfect time to celebrate all that we are grateful for and to mark in our achievement. We may have worked very hard to bring this new situation into reality. We may have been patient in the way we have worked over time and sacrificed much to make it happen. The harvest moon is the time to be happy. And, you know, I thought I read something. It's called the snow moon. No, it's the hunter's moon. I'm sorry. I thought it was called the harvest moon as well, but it's not. Our ancestors would dance and sing and have community festivals of thanks, all to celebrate the fruition of all the hard work and to thank the gods for their assistance. These times of high energy are also times to really focus on your body, as they can be quite taxing on our systems. If we don't take care, it is often the time we can get ill. This moon normally falls in the moon closest to the autumn equinox in the northern hemisphere. And the companion stone that goes with this is garnet, so that's, you know, a red color. But, you know, what you should be giving to others is, you know, I'm taking this fruition as you're going to be bringing in the harvest, and you're going to be sharing it with, you need to share your harvest with others, okay? Spend time with people who are important in your life. I believe that's what this card is all about. That's, you need to give yourself to others, basically, is what this is saying. And whatever you harvest within your life to share. You know, I'm really kind of feeling this may be a relationship that may be coming in for earth signs if they're not already in one. Okay, and in the sixth position, which is something new that will begin soon, which a wonderful card we have here is self-love. Okay? And we all know what self-love is about. And you know, sometimes it can be a difficult thing. And it's not egotistical to have, you know, self-love. Self-love is all about, you know, being kind to yourself, being forgiving to yourself, doing things for yourself and not feeling guilty about it. But the intention that goes with this is, every day I bring radical self-love to body, mind, and spirit. Because when we do give self-love, we align our mind, body, and spirit, and we're at a better place, okay? Radical self-love is necessary. Empowerment starts from the inside out. Do not compare yourself to others. Start your change with focus and love of self. So this is going to be something that's going to be coming in for earth signs. You're going to learn the art of self-love and not feel guilty over it, is what I keep hearing. You're not going to really have those feelings anymore that you're not enough. And that was one of the things that was on the Moonology card for the full moon in Virgo, was that you are not enough. Because we talked about how those Virgos are just perfectionists. Nothing's ever enough. But you're going to come into a place where you're going to realize that, you know what, you are enough. Um, so that's a great thing to have in the new beginning. And your lesson is going to be to surrender. Okay? And you know what you need to surrender, we obviously need to surrender. I'm just looking at the cards around. You need to surrender that resistance that you have to change. But the biggest thing that I see from this card, if you look, the man is standing there and he's kind of got his hands held out and he's looking up to the skies. You need to surrender to the universe, and you need to allow the universe to guide you on the path that you need to go in, and trust that it has your best intentions. The intention that goes with the surrender card is, I let go, I surrender my struggle, I allow the universe to work through me. Okay? Surrendering doesn't mean giving up. Let go of what you no longer need. Stop being so stubborn about holding on to aspects, that resistance, and behaviors that don't align with who you are now. Stop struggling. Okay? So, you know, you need to let go of what doesn't serve you. Let go and surrender. Yeah, it does expose us to vulnerability or two, but if we surrender, we may need to, show that. You gotta show some vulnerability when you surrender. And you might need to admit that you were wrong or made a mistake, okay, or grew a bad habit. Or you know that you hang out with the wrong crowd. The reminder that comes with this card is, remember, this moon phase is dark and beautiful. It casts a protective shadow that allows us to be as wide open as we need to be to do our work. We reveal safety to only the divine and ourselves, and then the light returns, okay? So, let the light in. Trust the universe and trust that they're sending you where you need to go. That's the lesson that you need to love. But you've got to learn. But you've got to learn the art of self-love in order to do that. Let me just get some clarifier cards from the soul trees. We already put acceptance with resistance because, those are the total opposites, and acceptance to change is what we talked about. Self-love, we've got treat yourself. So nurture yourself. Take care of yourself. If we're not at our best, we're not going to be good to anyone around us, okay? Oh, I got a whole stack there. The extremes. Out of the extremes comes prosperity. Discernment is the beginning. Assessing here. And assessing, we have intention. Fruition here. That's what we should be giving. Okay, fruition is birth, so that's, something new coming in. And under surrender, we have just be. What an awesome card to be going with surrender. Because, when we just be, we are allowing the universe to guide us. We're not resisting it. We're not fighting it. We're accepting that they're leading, it's leading us down a better path. But look at all these great soul tree cards that we got with this. Once you accept the resistance, stop doing the resistance thing, because that's what you need to let go of. Prosperity is going to come in, and there's going to be the beginning of a dream. That's what I'm kind of seeing with this. And when you take the time to assess and look, you're going to set your intention on how you want this dream. You're going to make that plan on how you want this dream to happen. And through giving of your harvest, there's going to be a birth. And that one I said, I felt like there's going to be, that's a relationship. I feel like there's going to be some type of relationship coming in for earth signs if you're not in one. So it could be the birth of a new relationship. And the self-love card, treat yourself, you know, be kind to yourself, nurture yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. And with surrender, we have just be. I am going to pull one card for each of the signs that are in the earth group. So what is the message for Taurus during this full moon in Libra? What is the message for Taurus during this full moon in Libra? Resilience. That's awesome, Taurus. So, you know, resilience is when, you know, we've gone through some struggles, we've had some hard times, we're carrying a big load on our back, but you know what? We bounce back from it. So you're going to be really very resilient during this time. I think it's going to be a time, Taurus, where you're going to bounce back from all the struggles that you've gone through over the years, because Taurus has had a pretty rough time over the past, I want to say like 5 years or so. The journey hasn't been the best, but now is going to be the time that you're going to bounce back from that, and there's going to be a rebirth for Taurus. Let me just look at the resilience card and see what the intention message is with this. Oh, and it opened right up to it. Nice. So the intention message is, I am strong and I am resilient. Making mistakes builds resilience. I have learned my lessons from the mistakes I have made. I stand strong. I am an adult and I act with self-responsibility. But, you know, as I see this card for Taurus, it's those burdens that you've been carrying are moving away so that there can be a rebirth within you. Let's see what the message is for Virgo. It's your moon, Virgo. During this full moon period, what is the message for Virgo? Virgo. These cards be flying all over the place tonight. What is the message for Virgo during this full moon? Oh, we got one. Never mind. I didn't even see it fall on the table. We got boundaries, okay? So what are boundaries all about? Boundaries, you know, you see her, she's kind of inside a bubble. She's keeping the outside world out. But basically, you know, boundaries are things, setting up boundaries usually protect ourselves. The intention that comes with this is I can say yes or no with authenticity and clarity, okay? How many times does somebody call you up and you really don't want to do something, but you say yes because, you know, you feel bad? So you're going to be able to, Virgo, during this this full moon period, you're going to be able to judge what you need and what you don't need, okay? And it allows you healthy boundaries with other people. You teach people how to treat you, judge what is healthy and right for you with clarity and care. Simplify, okay? And it is important to set boundaries with people. I know myself, sometimes I can be very generous and kind, and people take that as a weakness, and they kind of overstep their boundaries, because I was a person at one time that didn't know how to say no, but I have learning how to do that. And it's celebrate that you've had the ability to be able to do this. That you're, you know, being able to set clear boundaries in your life with the people that are involved in your life. And Capricorn, let's see what you got. Capricorn, what is the message for Capricorn? What is the message for Capricorn during this full moon? peace. Peace is nice. Look at her. She just looks so content, doesn't she? Capricorn folks, it looks like you are going to find some peace during this this full moon period, but I'm going to say that that peace is coming from within, looking at the picture, because she's putting the trust out to the universe, and that's what you need to do during this period, Capricorn. The intention is I choose to create and hold peace. I allow this to ripple out into the world. Peace of mind is one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves. Refuse drama and do not fully engage with people who use drama as a weapon. Stop fighting. Allow yourself to rest for a while. When we let what we no longer need go, we make room for our peace. Okay? And I really feel that the drama, the conflict is all within yourself, okay? So you need to just sit quietly so that you can find that peace within yourself, Capricorn, during this full moon period. And let's see, the soul tree card that comes with this, that one did not want to come out, is believe. Believe that you deserve to be in this place of peace and contentment within your life. That you don't always have to be with a inner conflict and inner struggle, okay? So those are all the messages for the full moon in Virgo for the earth signs. Have a great full moon tomorrow. If you, I'm actually going to my sister's to participate in a full moon meditation. So if some of you are into that, you know, I hope you find a place. If you don't go with a group, at least do it at home with yourself. All right, have a great evening, everyone.